internet. So I shared this video to Patreon a year ago. If you want to see what I'm up to since then, definitely check out the Patreon. But the gist of this is kind of like a how-to, but it's got like a very reality show kind of twist. Cause like I remember when I was doing this, I was watching this other how-to like get rid of mold on your artworks, and it was so staged. It was so staged. So this is the real thing. This is me actually doing it, and you see the results. Ish. My camera is okay, but you get the results. Yeah. So it's kind of like the prequel to my fans. It's just what I've learnt from before my fans video. If you guys saw my fans video where I was building all these fans to avoid mold. Okay, look at that one. Whoa! Failure. Pieces of metal. You'd know that I'm an expert at removing mold from artwork, so I just want to show you now. Don't think this one's mold, but just in case, like I think these spots are because it's store-bought and I may have laid the paint on thick. How do I even? There you go. I'm just gonna clean it anyway, just in case. And I'm not sure the reason why. No other paintings around it are moldy, so I'm not really sure about this one, but I don't know. Maybe I left it out too long after I painted it. Because I know, actually, yeah, I painted this one twice. So that's probably it. So this isn't that bad. This is just fine. And I think I'll get most of it out, except for like the really dark spot. I think that's just gonna get faded. That's what you get. You get isopropyl alcohol. And you want the spray. You don't want any other form. You really want to spray it. So I've already sprayed this, but just for giggles and the camera, I'm just gently spray on top. You know, make sure you get all the corners. Leave it, do not touch it. Whatever you do not rub anything. Yeah, I just want to emphasize how important it is that you don't rub anything. Don't rub in anything. Don't wipe anything. Nothing. Not like I learned the hard way or anything. So when I learnt this part of the trick, the person said use a HEPA filter vacuum, and I was like, I don't know if I have that. I know I have allergies and my vacuum's fucking good. The woman used a different head, but I recommend this one. This one, because I had to do it a lot. Like, I'm really well versed with this, so I reckon use this one. That's my vacuum. You know, when the wood goes like this, so that's only when I use that. On the wood, maybe I'd use this, like on the edges, but otherwise you're rubbing it in, don't do that. So this is the best one. You want to do this really gently. You don't want to lift the canvas, you just want to gently. Okay, it's essentially all gone, but don't trust it. So there's still some bits in the corner. I'll whip out this one for this. Yep. Okay, great. So at this point, they will look almost back to normal, but don't trust it. So you can see there's absolutely nothing there. It's great. I have a little problem here where I can't reach it. Don't rub it in. Don't. This one cleared up, so it turns out that was a little bit of mold. Step 2, go back to this. We're gonna use other chemicals in a minute too. So spray the head. You don't want any shit anywhere. So spray the head, clean out the vacuum and shit. Looking good. Second time with the vacuum. Even though like you can't see anything, it needs another vacuum. Okay, so I'm finding this edge really hard to get to, and I don't want to like force anything in there. So I will resort to the brush, but before I do, I'm going to make sure that I spray it. Make sure it's all clean. I'm going to get the wood. Now that I've done the isopropyl alcohol, so that's pretty much just to kill the mold. Now you want to kill and prevent the mold. And I found this anti-fungal solution in just the medic section of your grocery store. And I chose it because it's got clove oil, and well, it also has tea tree oil, so it has a bit of a smell, so get used to it. It just doesn't grow back, so this is what you want to do next. And that's not even the bottle it comes in. It came in another bottle, but I just had this bottle. You really, like, you want this to go everywhere except the front of the artwork. And this one, I don't know if this is paint or not, but it's in the wood, so there's no vacuuming it off, but you really want the clove oil on shit like that. In like super dire situations where you've got staining, mine doesn't have staining, it wasn't that bad. I do have like a spray of bleach that I would just, in the exact same bottle, I would lightly spray on top. Don't go overboard, because that shit turns white. Okay, one final gentle vacuum. I think I threw out my bleach bottle, but this is vinegar. This is honestly the best, but it won't undo the coloring. So yeah, just grab yourself a bottle of bleach if you do have stains. Mine doesn't, mine are perfect now. So catch it early if you want to revert it. So grab yourself a few hundred silica pouches. I start off with these little silica gel things to avoid moisture building up on the back. They use this shit all the time and it's the exact same stuff. Absolutely no moisture gets into this. That's it. That's like, okay, so my artworks are very, very clean now. Like, I even spray them before I post them, and I write a note, I'm like, don't worry about the smell, it's preventative. So there is no such thing as mold on my artworks. I remember, like, I was just like, this is like a behind the scenes art of like what I'm doing, but I was like, I don't want to tell anyone about this problem that I have, but it's like, no, I went through that, I solved it, you can solve your problem too, like, it's totally cool. Like, there is, you can buy my art too, like, it's fantastic, there's no mold on it. So anyway, after this I do create a video on like how I package them to prevent any moisture getting to them anyway. If you want to check out the Patreon, do so, or my website with all the clean artworks. Gently. Like I learned the hard way or anything.